Canberra, Australia, had been staying in hospital with her sick baby boy. She returned to her car after being discharged. A new mum in Canberra, Australia, had been staying in hospital with her sick baby boy. She returned to her car after being discharged and discovered that she had been given a parking ticket. But when she opened the envelope on her windscreen, she discovered a note from a kind lady called Laura. Laura had seen the ticket and written,
"I'm sure whatever you were going through in hospital was tough enough, so I've paid it for you. Hope things get better."
Bus lifted by 100 Londoners.
A crowd of Londoners worked together to lift up a double-decker bus when a cyclist had become trapped beneath it. Amazing pictures on YouTube showed about 100 commuters in East London lifting the huge number 212 bus when Anthony Shields had been hit and knocked off his bike. Anthony spent a month in hospital but has now recovered completely. He said he was moved to when he watched the video of his rescue.
Sorry, I think my microphone was off and I was speaking. I didn't realize, guys. Yeah. No, y pues nadie me dice nada que estoy hablando ya.
Sorry, teacher.
I was speaking like crazy. Anyways.
Sorry, teacher.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this is letter number 3 is letter A. Yeah. Number 4, letter E. Yes. I was explaining that number 5, I think. No, number 6 is letter B because it says had been given. In this case, the traffic guard had given her a ticket, but I want to make more emphasis on me receiving the ticket, so I had been given. No? That's why it is passive voice. Letter number 7 is letter H, work together, and finally letter C, had been hit. No, when Anthony Shields, because the boss, not the double-decker boss, in that case, hit him or had hit him, but I would consider more emphasis on this person and the situation, the accident. So Anthony Shields had been hit, no the other way around. No, sometimes it's kind of difficult to identify when to use passive voice, ¿no? A veces es como que un poco más difícil how to identify, ¿no? But as long as you learn the rules, or not the rules, but the grammar, the important grammar points, which is consider that it's more important the object, the situation, or the action more than the subject, no? So that's why it is here. Anyways, okay, so what had the security officer kept for Maudie? something, some things. What?
Her painting supplies.
Okay. What did Chris do with the money? Do you remember? Let's see if you remember. What did this person?
He bought sandwiches and drinks for some homeless people.
Yes, exactly. Why didn't new mom pay the fine? Why didn't the new mom, the one she was into the hospital, got into the hospital? Why?
Because someone else had paid it for her.
Yes, indeed. Why did the commuters leave the bus? Why did the commuters leave the bus? Hello?
Because a cyclist was, how do you say, como caer,
Fell.
fell under it.
Okay, fell on it. Okay. Oh, he was hit. So he was run over. Atropellado, run over. No. For example, if I am in the street, I could be run over. I could be run over. I was run over. No, I can say. Me atropellaron. I was run over. And it's passive voice. No.
Okay.
So if you could like translate this passive voice, sometimes it is like me hicieron esto, fui invitado, no? It is like that, the passive voice, no? Sometimes, so that's why it is kind of complicated to identify, no? So just think about this translation. With the proper translation would be me, fui. Although Spanish people, Mexican people get confused with me, para todos queremos decir me, sete, so it's kind of complicated, no? So even everybody has mistakes in Spanish, you know. So spoken English, given the reaction news in conversation, when we tell or heed news, we can use certain expressions. Put the expression under the correct headings. We have here the expressions. You're kidding. Apparently, that's such a shame. Who called the police? Anyway, in the end, it says here that then what happened? Where did this happen? I don't believe it, or I can't believe it. What happened was, no, in order to explain, giving news. Did you hear that about that? The incredible thing was that, what else? ¿Qué más? Giving news. What expressions from the ones you have there? It says classify, no? So, hello? No?
Apparently.
Okay. What happened was, no? What happened was, what else? Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless
you,
teacher.
Bless you.
Thanks. Okay, reacting to news.
You are kidding.
You're kidding. Yes,
That's amazing.
it's already there.
That's
else?
such a shame.
That's such a shame. Okay, asking for information.
Where did this happen?
Where did this happen? No, apparently it says here that what happened was, no, reacting to you're kidding. That's such a shame. I don't believe it. I can't believe it. Asking for information. Who called the police? Then what happened? Where did this happen? No, those are informal in spoken English, no? Giving and reacting to news, no? So you can use that in the future when you are having a conversation or when you are in an accident and then you would like to know more about that, no? Giving news, reacting news, or asking for more information, no? Okay, I think with this we can finish here this past perfect, no, past perfect. Remember, we didn't do any pages here, but I consider those are not coming in the exam, no, especially this talking about places. We omit that. The listening, well, we did the listening, no? We were checking vocabulary and make and do. Just remember, certain phrases go with make and other phrases go with do, no? For example, make arrangement, make a profit, make a loss, make a start, make a move, make an effort, make a difference, make a decision, make a suggestion, make something clear, yeah? So those are with me. Do research, do your best, do somebody a favor, do business, a good job, a degree. No, probably this vocabulary might come in the exam. No, for example, I can say I am doing a research about bats in the moment. No, for my scientific article. Can you do me a favor? When you are answering your exam, you have to do your best. No. Can I make a suggestion? Shall we study all the unit 1, 2, and 3? In order to make in order to make something clear, you have to explain 2 or 3 times, no? So if you notice, I am using the vocabulary that we have here, no? I have to make an arrangement after this class, no? My friend is organizing a party, yeah? You have to make a start or you have to make a move in order to get that job. Are you making enough effort to finish the course? There has to be, you have to make a difference to that and make a decision whether to study or not. So as you can see, sometimes it's easy when you put it in sentences, these vocabulary and expressions, and not all the time are like that. No, it can be in different tenses. No, yesterday I made a start, no, and I painted my room. No? This is the expression vocabulary from the last unit. And also we have here more, yeah, do a lot of damage, make it not on time or in time, do for a living, do even more overtime, make my day or make my day in that case. So here you have more. And also they are coming the phrasal verbs. Tips broke into the gallery and made of with 3 priceless things. In this context, made of a stole. No, the meaning of this stole. Yeah, normally thieves or burglars broke into your house and they made off with some things, no, that are inside your house, valuable things or priceless things. No? Make up for, yeah, they are trying to make up for not spending. In that case, would mean like trying to buy, no, and they are because they don't spend so much time with them, and so they are trying to convince or to buy something, yeah, to bribe in a way. You know what is bribe? Sobornarlo, no? Bribe. What do you make of carols? Make of, another way to say, what's your opinion? What do you think? You can say, what do you make of carols and your boyfriend? What do you make of these green traffic light that, well, this issue that the politicians are doing, that now we can do more activities outdoors and we can go out as normal lives. What do you make of it? It's just a horrible thing. Then it says, I think I made the whole thing up. Yes, in that case, is invent. Invent. You are making an excuse. You are making that up. It is for a phrasal verbs for make. And also we have phrasal verbs for do. Wait. I don't know what happened. My book got stuck. Oh my God. Okay, so do away with, without something. Do you remember this? I'm thirsty. I could do with. I would like. I would like. I could do with. No, when you are hungry or when you're thirsty. Thirsty. No, you could do with. It's very convenient for me, or I would like to. We're going to do it up. Yeah, over the next few. We bought another farm. We're going to do it up. We're going to work on that. No, work hard. Yeah. I think we should do away with the royal, get rid of. Another ways to say do away, get rid of. No, we have to do away with the politicians. They are useless. I could never do without my personal, something that you can't live without. Can't, another way to say that, I can't live without, or I could never, or I couldn't do without my personal assistant. No? Okay, very good. Sorry guys, my book got stuck. Let me know if I can open it again. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, let's go to the grammar section in order to give a review of the unit 1, unit 2, and unit 3. No, so unit 1, basically it is a tense revision, not the tense system, auxiliary verbs, all the tenses with the verb to be, present simple, present continuous. Yeah, also in passive voice, you are lying, no? That's present continuous. That's when things, you know, it's a drill, no? Things that are happening now or at the moment, it is present continuous. Verb to be plus ing, no? Or sometimes in the future, yeah, we're having a party tomorrow afternoon, no? They were reading, it is past continuous, no? An activity that you did in a certain period of time, no? What were you doing when the earthquake happened? I was having a shower. I was looking after my girl. Then present perfect, I've been swimming. Yeah. We'll be having dinner for 8 future. You must be joking. That means infinitive. Yeah. With modal verbs, no, in order to indicate probabilities, no. And well, in this case, is sarcastic. Be is also used with the past participle to make passive, no, passive. As I already explained, the passive voice. These books are printed in China. That is present, no. So as you can see, you can use more. Where were you born? Even this simple expression about nacer or nací, it is a passive voice, no. My phone's been stolen. My phone's been stolen. I am putting more emphasis on my phone. Objects, remember, the city had been destroyed. The city had been destroyed, no. This work should be done soon, no. So that's where we use it with modal forms, should be done. Do, well, do and does, do, does, and did are used in present simple and present in past, sorry, past simple. No? For example, she doesn't understand. Did you go to that party? What do you do for a living? No, when did they arrive? So these are the auxiliaries in present simple and past simple. No? It can be in positive or negative. Do, does are also expressed emphasis when there is no other auxiliary. Now that you have reached to this level, it's good to know that you can use do, it, does, do and does for making an emphasis to like sometimes exaggerate. For example, I'm not interested in sport, but I do like tennis, no? And it's correct because some teachers in the beginning of a course, when they are giving, for example, in my case, when I tell my students, okay, guys, this is the auxiliary do and does, only you can use it in question, but no, you can use it in a sentence, no, in a sentence. and it's to making an emphasis. No? I do like. Sí, sí me gusta. Yeah. If only she had a car, she does have a car. She doesn't have. Ella sí tiene un carro. No? It's like saying the word in Spanish, yes. No? Sí, sí tiene. Sí, sí me gusta. The same happens in English. No? You can use do and does for positive sentences. No? Although you can combine the conjugation and the auxiliary. Just remember, don't combine the conjugation or and the auxiliary. Have is used in past with the past participle to make perfect verb forms. Have you tried sushi? It is present perfect, no? Also, you can say, how long have you been living in your house? My car had broken down before the past simple, not that past perfect, sorry, had broken it before, not past perfect. What is past perfect? It's an action that happened before another, no? That is past perfect, no? For example, I can say, when my mom arrived, I had already tidy up my studio room. What happened first? Before my mom arrived to my house, then I did this, no, certain activity. That's where the past perfect comes. Then I can say other present perfect tense. I'll have finished soon, no, that is future, no. Have, future perfect. Have and have got both use express to possession. Remember, now that you are in upper intermediate, it's highly recommendable to use the second one, like British do. Have you got? I haven't got. I've got this. I've got, etc. Yes, try to use it more than have. No, more than have. Remember the conjugation. My sister got a car. My sister's got a car. He's got a new flat in the city center. That is possession. No? Only forms of have, not have got, used in all the tenses. No, I had my first car. So you can put only in passive, in past simple. No, when it is talking about possession. No, I had my first car when I was 19 years old. I've had this car for 2 years. No? In this case, you can't use have got. Okay, so we skip that part. It's the same. No? There are other expressions that have breakfast, have party, have a good time, have a shower, etc. Other auxiliary verbs, you can use it like the questions that we were checking, echo questions in order to show interest in a conversation. Yeah, I had a car accident, and the other person says, "Did you? Did you? What happened to you? No, did you? What happened to you?" It's called today, isn't it? Then this is for like, you know that it's for sure one thing, and then you want to tell or you want to ask your partner. It's called today, isn't it? Oh yeah, indeed, it is called. You don't know Amelia, do you? Actually, I know her. No? You can say. You haven't been to Peru, have you? These are question tags. No? In short answer, yes or no alone can sound abrupt. Are you hungry? No, I'm not. Yes, I do. Yes, we did. The purpose for this advanced level or intermediate advanced levels is for you not only to answer yes and no question, because that's for beginners. You aren't beginners anymore, so instead of doing that, you have to answer properly, short answer, yes and not, yes I do, yes we did, no she hasn't, yes she has, etc. Using the auxiliary depending on the question. No? And what else? The restaurant was awful. Was it? In reply question. These are not real questions that are used to show that the listener is paying attention and is interested in the conversation. No, especially among friends. The restaurant is awful. Was it? What a pity. I love hamburgers. Do you? I hate them. No? Okay. So modal auxiliary verbs. No, have you been to school? I want to be an engineer. I do a lot of business. The holiday did us a lot of good. They're having a role. Have you had enough to tea? The verbs be, do, and have can also be can be used as full verbs with their own meaning. That means with different expressions. You know. Then we have here time. So depending on the time expression, it can be different tenses, no? So as I said, here you have an explanation of active and passive voice. The most interesting topic, passive sentences move focus attention from the subject of the inactive sentence to the object. Okay, let's put it in sentences. Shakespeare wrote Hamlet in 1599, but sometimes we consider more important the play. So Hamlet was written in 1599. In most cases by the agent are omitted in passive sentences, the agent, the subject. No? This is because the agent isn't important, is known, or is understood, or is very obvious. For example, we say kenjiri is made with rice. It's a Japanese. I'm not sure if it's Japanese, but Asian food. No? Kenjiri is made with rice and fish. No? This house was built in the 17th century by workers, no, all the plots. It's very obvious, no? So that's why we can omit these agents or subjects. In informal language, we often use you or they to refer people in general or no particular in reason. This is the way we can avoid using the passive. You can buy anything in Harrods. They are building a new airport soon, no? Many past participles are used like adjectives. I am very impressed. Even these adjectives are in passive voice. I don't know if you haven't noticed, but we are using a verb to be and a past participle adjective. You must be disappointed with your exam results. Then we have introducing to present perfect. Yeah, you know what is present perfect? Experiences, something that started in the past and continues till the present, recent activities or actions without a time expression. No, for example, I live in Rome. It happened, and now I live somewhere else. No, I live in Rome, Paris, and New York. I know all these cities, no experiences. I've been living in New York for 10 years. I'm living in right now. No, she's been married 3 times. She's still alive. She was married 3 times. Now she's dead. No. Did you see Renoir exhibition? It isn't finished now. That it happened. Remember, passing the difference between past simple and present perfect is past simple is a finished action, right? Have you seen the Renoir exhibition? Still on no. It snowed yesterday. Yeah, it's been snowing. There is no still on the ground. And sometimes the difference between present continuous and present perfect simple is it's the sometimes unfinished actions. No, for example, I've been working at the same school all the time. No, I haven't finished. I've been a teacher. We've lived a house. No, there is sometimes no difference or very little difference between these two. No, for example, if you look at those sentences, I play or I've been playing tennis since I was a kid. No? Unfinished actions, that's for present perfect continuous, and present perfect simple. Sometimes it has numbers. No, I've written 3, or you can say Nicholas Sparks has written a lot of books, or 20 books, let's say a number, not 20 books so far. I am using a number. Remember, also for present results, no, I've broken a tooth, I've cut my finger. Yeah. Present perfect and present perfect continuous is the verb have or has, half of has, depending on the subject, guys, depending on the subject. I have, you have, they have, we have, and the other he, she, it has, and plus the past participle of the verb. Yeah, plus the past participle of the verb. So why are you wet? We have the use of continuous suggests a possibly incomplete action. No? Why are you wet? I've been swimming. Why are you out of breath? I've been running. No? Sometimes there is little difference between past simple and present perfect. So where did you put my kids, or where have you put it? In that case, you can use both. No? And well, narrative tenses, sorry, past simple and present perfect. You know the difference already, yeah. When you see this time expression last night, 2 weeks ago, on Monday at 8 o'clock, then it's going to be past simple. No? And when you see these expressions recently, before, since, yet, for, never, just, already, ever, then it's going to be present perfect. No? And note that with our past time adverbial, we can imagine a past time. Do you have a good journey? The journey is over. You are here now. Past perfect. No, let's focus more on past perfect. Past continuous. You know what is past continuous? Similar. Yeah. Past continuous is used to express an activity in progress before and probably after a time in past. No, I phoned at 4 o'clock, but you didn't answer. What were you doing? The cottage, and also for making stories. No, you want to create a story, then is really a great use. You have to use this tense past continuous. No, you describe a lot with this. No, the cottage was looking so cozy after a fire was burning. Blah blah blah. No, that is it. Yeah, past perfect here. Past perfect. So verbs in past simple tell a story in chronological order. No, so if you put only past, it is in chronological order. One thing happened after another. By using past perfect, the speaker or the writer can tell the story in a different order. For example, you can say, John sat and looked at the mess. It had been a great party and everyone had had a good time. Even the food had been all right. Unfortunately, Nick upset Pete. And so Pete left early. Dave came looking for Peter, but he'd already gone. And actually, it's more interesting if you write on a story these tenses, not past perfect and past perfect continuous. He'd been working all day to prepare for the party. No? And then we have time clauses. We can use conjunctions to show that two actions happen one after another. After I had had a bath, I went to bed. As soon as the guests left or had left, I started tidying as I sat outside until the sun had gone. The past perfect can emphasize that action was completed before the second action started. When I had read the paper, I threw it away. We stayed up until the night, until all beer had gone. No, when I heard all the news, I burst out crying. No, two verbs in past simple can suggest that the first action led into the other. No, eventual. No, events. So then we have here on the other side, Kate was thrilled. He'd been looking for a job for months. He'd found nothing. The past verb, we can look back in a time, and past referred to an action that happened before then. The continuous refer to longer actions and repeated activities. No? The simple refers to shorter and complete facts. No? For example, he'd lost his job and his wife had left him. Since then, he'd been sleeping rough and he hadn't been eating properly. The past perfect can refer to definite as well as indefinite time. No? In October 93, I knew his face immediately. I first met him, and then you say that the time expression. I recognize her. I'd seen her somewhere before. I'd seen her before. Indefinite before, after. Okay. Any questions here? Can you connect again, please? Because